It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go again with Blue. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Bellinger holds it in out left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now they'll audible to something else. First down, here's Mitchell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Here's McCarthy. Finding Walker, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down and 8. Right back to Mitchell here. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To the air with McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
70, 79 Brock, Warriors, 70, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Come 19, come 19. Let's go Dragon 60. 19 Lion. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now McCarthy. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. Sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They begin with a carry for Blue. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Ain't no other king than his red thing and siblings.
Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Brown, the motion man right. Here's Prescott. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking to throw. Prescott drops it to Blue, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Give up the middle to right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready, break. Let's go. Rocco 80. Ready.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
60 Bison, 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Champ 60, Champ 60. Check go.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Check that, street.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing, Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my Facebook plus. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Mustang 19.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. This is Fant on the short completion. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Buffalo 18. Viking 18. Rig alert. Rig alert. Check smash. Check dragon. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch your field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He hits Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st down, it's Blue. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's McCarthy. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, now McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Warrior 70. Go.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Keep tracking 60. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check up.
To the air with McCarthy. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are once again back in front. Extra point forthcoming. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Vikings 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take point.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue shreds him with a stiff arm. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Vikings 28. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, here we go. I take Riley.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Looking to throw. Prescott. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The kick is good.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 2nd and 10.
18, 7 Pirates, 7, 19, Viking, 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Another run to Mitchell.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. This one out quickly to Watkins. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here comes 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, Mustang 19. Dragons, Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Check smash, check smash. Panther 11, Panther 11. Glory 70, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 Lion. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Brock, 18 Pioneer. Hey, smash. Chap 60, chap 60. Ready, ready.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Ready, go.
An option give now to Mitchell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Once more with Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Off the option, that's complete. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Gun. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line in. Go to 53. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's first down.
Here we go, go to 54. Here we go. Line in. 47. Hey, kill.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This is first and 10. Now Dak drops it to Blue, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is gone. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.